Koholo, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Roch Hadash. Let the elders that Rubel be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. So we got some news from the capital of Canada, Ottawa, the capital city, set to announce an end to mandates for domestic travel and outbound flights. All right, they've been in effect since October 30th of last year. So it says here the federal government, and in Canada, you have 3 levels of government. You have municipal that deals with towns, you have provincial which deals with province shit, and then you have the federal government which deals with Canada as a whole. So the federal government is set to announce an end to the mandates Tuesday, which, I mean, shit, I think we're in Monday today, so tomorrow. But, they always give dates and shit, and we know Esau, Edom, which is the biblical name of the so-called white man, which they're known as today. They say they're going to do this and that by this date and that date. And, they say that so much that you can't keep up with the goddamn dates because they're goddamn liars, right? But, for something like this, it is plausible that it will happen tomorrow, but we still have to keep watch, you know what I'm saying? So it says here, for domestic travel on planes and trains, as well as outbound international travel, CBC News has learned. They may reinstate the requirement if there's a new variant of the thing. They're not naming sources because they're not authorized to speak publicly on the issue. That's fucking hilarious. Okay. So, and also this is funny that this is coming in the same time that it's the Alphabet People's Month. All right, where there's a lot of alphabet people parades going on this month, as well as the fact that in Canada, Ontario, and Toronto, you have something called the Caribbean the Caribbean Festival, which was formerly known as Caribana. And you have a lot of our people that would attend that, pre-plague. But now that with this shit happening, you know what I'm saying? And it's just a whole bunch of bullshit because you know that at that Caribbean carnival bullshit, it's just the spirit of Bacchus that goes on in Trinidad pretty much, as well as, other places in the West Indies. But, brought here or going on here, you know what I'm saying? And if you hear about how a shooting goes on every fucking time at that place, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know why people. Oh wait, I do know why people go, because they're dumb as fuck. That's why. So it says here. Oh wait, that's it. You know what I mean? This is it. So let's get the scripture. This is Malak Shalom, or King. How do you say it in English? King Solomon. I've been saying it in Hebrew so much that it's like, shit, wait, I speak English. So it's vanity of this is Ecclesiastes 1 and 2. Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher. Preacher, it's synonymous with prophet, right? If you read Proverbs, if you know about King Solomon's character, you'll know that he prophesied. So, futile, you know what I'm saying? Basically, it's useless. It's evil. So, vanity of vanities, saith the preacher, and that preacher, if you want to be technical, is King Solomon. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. Right? Because ultimately, if whatever you're doing or thinking or situation or whatever form of happiness or whatever reason you're smiling, if it's not because of Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, it's vain. You know what I mean? If you're not thinking of serving Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, every like millisecond that you're alive, it's vain. And guess what? We can't do that because we're in these flesh bodies. We would love to think of Yahweh Shai 24/7, faster than a millisecond, all the time. We're gonna get that with our new bodies, with the second covenant. You know what I mean? When the law is written in our inward parts, and you just you know what I mean? Because it says in Wisdom of Solomon, for righteousness is immortal. All right, but in this current modern time, applicable to this news article, it's all vanity, man. Being able to so-called travel, it's all fucking vanity, man. To take, you go to these hotels, they're all paid to give you a fake reality, you know what I mean? Where everyone's nice and there's no problems and, you know what I mean? But then you go back home and it's like back to fucking reality, yo. You know what I mean? It's like some Inception shit. It's like a dream world within a dream world. You know what I mean? We'll take a vacation when we're in the kingdom. You know what I mean? Now's not time to let up because it's crunch time. You know what I mean? It's what do they call that shit with the fuck? It's there. Oh yeah, surge time. That's what they call it for that ride sharing shit. I'll be talking to some of these drivers, right? And they'll be like, a lot of them are Middle Eastern. I have to go. It is surge time. What's surge time? Essentially surge time is just a time where there's a shortage of drivers, but there's an uptick of people that need rides. So, you might get double your wage for the same rides you would have given at a regular normal time. All right, so but going back to this, it's all vanity. But our people love vanity. They love usefulness. They love being in the matrix. They love being blue pilled the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So this is once again Malak Shalom, or King Solomon in the English, is Ecclesiastes 12:8. Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher, all is vanity. You know what I mean? And you gotta remember, Malak Shalom, when he penned Ecclesiastes, these were in his later years, so he had all that wisdom, and he went through all his experiences that he went through, and he came to these conclusions, and they were all spiritual conclusions. That's why they're written in the scriptures. And essentially, how do we apply that in a modern sense, man? Essentially, going to this bullshit is vanity. You know what I mean? You go, traveling, unless it's for extreme spiritual, like you'll know if the Lord has you traveling, you'll know it's for a spiritual purpose. And even if you don't know on some biggie shit, now you know, because man's going from the Lord. But if you're purposely going and booking a ticket with the intent of going on a vacation, you know what I'm saying? Like, the thing with trying to go on a vacation right now is you try to go on a vacation in the middle of when now's the time to be working. You know what I'm saying? That makes it. What did Kanye West say? He said, "Don't leave while you're hot." That's how May screwed up. Right? You can't leave while you're hot. We can't leave while it's time to turn up. It's the year to turn up for Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? So let's punch out with Proverbs 27:12. Oh, once again, this is Malak Shalom, King Solomon. So it says here, a prudent man foreseeth the evil. What's the slave definition of prudent? A wise. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. So you can read it as a wise man. So a prudent man foreseeth the evil, right? The bad times. How does he do that? By lining up with what's going on in the world with the scriptures. All right, ultimately being gifted the eye solved by Yahweh Shai. It says here, and hideth himself, right? Proverbs 18:10. Roughly paraphrasing, the Lord's names are like a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and are saved. All right. So and we know a tower, you can see from a distance because the tower is elevated and you're also encased in the tower, so you're protected. So it's easier, but the simple pass on and are punished. So this is gonna be leading to a whole bunch of death and destruction that we can't really comprehend right now. You know, you're gonna have planes that crash. You're gonna have fucking situations. You know the bullshit that was happening back before the plague, if you would. You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta stay on our P's and Q's, but no Lil Uzi Vert. All right. So with that, I hope y'all were edified. Shalom.